Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And today we're going to do a 5-year sim to see what would happen if we put rookie RG3 into the current Commanders team. So I wanted to add a little twist. Since Jayden Daniels is the current QB of the Washington Commanders, I decided to make it a little fun to see who can have a better career. I decided to send him to the New York Giants. I want to see who would have the better career path going out, and I want to show you the how I created the RG3. So I used the Madden 13 some spreadsheet, and I use majority of the stats. With Madden nowadays, I have more type of stat caps or whatever, different, more there's some other things like break tackle, trucking, all that. Some Madden 13 didn't have what Madden 25 had, so I decided to I kind of just let it go, let it buy. Looked at MudGG and looked at one of his cards and see that. So I only can get RG3 up to a 78 overall, but in Madden 13 he was an 83, I think. And this is my creation of RG3. I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. I was so happy to create him again, dude. Tressway, I'm sorry you lost your number 10, but you're number 15 now. So instead of you timing your number by 2, you're timing your number by 3. I also put the thing on auto. So whenever happens, he's getting auto upgraded, he's getting auto teammates. I am not doing a single thing. I'm making sure that I'm gonna let the computer decide, and I want to see how the whole entire NFL landscape changes because of RG3 in the game. I'm gonna end up simming over to midseason. I want to see how the midseason is gonna go and see if we made any trades or if the league made any trades. So yeah, let's get right into it. So with that being the case, the Washington Commanders are now 5-2. I don't even know how we're 5-2. It's actually insane. Let's look at the stats over with RG3. So RG3 right now is throwing for 1,200 yards, 71 completion percentage with 12 TDs and 8 interceptions. But the real key thing here is the rushing. How's the rushing? He has 250 yards and just rushing. So that's insane. So he pretty much has a total of 1,500 yards at midseason. His throwing isn't really too well. He's not doing the best, but he's rushing for a lot. He has more than the second string running back, which is kind of crazy. But Terry McLaurin's doing his thing. He's spreading the ball around very well. Right now we're, like we said, we're 5-2. But actually, I forgot to look at this other thing. Let's look at what Jayden. I keep getting Jalen and Jayden confused. I'm sorry. Jayden Daniels stats are 1,200 yards, about the same. 8 TDs, 6 interceptions. And is he making the New York Giants better because they have a competent QB behind the helm? No, they're 2-5 still. But speaking of that, we're gonna put in the Travis Hunter class. I don't care. I'm just gonna pick the top one. We'll do 2025, 2026, and that's it. We'll do auto generated after that. So here we go. Just put them guys in, and we're gonna see if they land Travis Hunter, Jalen Milroe. Speaking of that, and all that whatsoever. So I decided to make this video because I feel like RG3 was one of my favorite players growing up. I loved watching him play. Him and Marcus Mariota, which that might be another one coming soon. But in reality, I was a really big fan of those guys. RG3 with the whenever we had the Cancer Awareness Month, and he would wear the pink, dude, infinite aura, bro, infinite aura. So we're gonna sim to the end of the playoffs, but I'm gonna just be yapping about RG3 by then. So I'm saying, I was just really excited. I'm let's see what happens. I feel like I want to make creative ideas when it comes to making videos, so I decided to do this. But yeah, also the main reason I made this video is because we saw Jayden Daniels break the rushing record that was previously held by RG3. And in my head, I'm RG3 is one of my favorite players, so let's just swap it out and see who can have the better career, kind of. But I really want to see if RG3 can take him to the promised land like he was supposed to. It just sucked to see a promising career go to shame. RG3 walked so Lamar Jackson can run. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. So we ended up going 10-7. Let's look at the playoff bracket. So as of right now, Giants did not make the playoffs. Eagles are the 1 seed. Why does that actually kind of look similar to what we have, except my Packers are not on that team. Irritating. We're gonna let that slide though. But in reality, we have all that. Let's look at manage roster. Let's look at adjust lineup. Let's see how's the team playing. We have RG3 up to an 83. Team's playing okay. Jonathan Allen's back, must be back, I guess. I don't know. That defense is horrendous. So we don't have Marshawn Lattimore on this team. I did it from sim to week 1. Let's look at the stats of the season. Let's look at the stats. He threw for 3,000 yards, 25 TDs, 16 interceptions. Not really good stats, honestly. Rushing yards. He ran for 500 yards. Eckler ran for 730. Dang, how did y'all even win? That defense must have went insane. Not really, not such a good, offensive standpoint from RG3 this year. Look at Jayden Daniels, Jeez, he had a rough rookie year going to the Giants. I'm telling you, a team surrounding a QB with a good team is key. It's super key. So I'm gonna sim to the next week. I want to see if we can make the division round. If we make the Super Bowl, I am gonna play as RG3. I'm not gonna cap. And we ended up losing by 3 to the Atlanta Falcons. Can we see the stats of that game? I guess not, which sucks, but hey, it is what it is. At least we tried. First season making the playoffs. I'm not mad about that. So let's just sim over to the off season to see who wins the Super Bowl, who's the rookie of the year, which probably won't be like, RG3. RG3 is considered a, 2-year vet at this point. But like I said before, we're just going to see who's the best, who won the Super Bowl, and what moves is the team going to make over the offseason going into the regular season. So with the renewal recap, you see the Jets win the Super Bowl by only scoring 13 points. We're getting a Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl, which absolutely sucks. Okay, so we have, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP, so they don't get the three-peat. Patrick Mahomes wins Offensive Player of the Year, so, they're glazing. And Marvin Harrison Jr. wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's crazy. So, a lot changed. That's all I'm going to say. A lot changed in this sim. I'm going to skip all this, but, you can see, like, these guys are here retired, and it's crazy. So, let's get straight into the draft, and then we're going to get into the offseason. So, with the free agency recap, as you can see, we lost a little bit, So with the free agency recap, you can see that we lost a couple of players. Terry McLaurin stays, but he's regressed in his career. Brian Robinson's here, but we don't see Austin Eckler. Actually, I lied. You actually do see him. He regressed heavily. We don't have a tight end for some reason. Amari Cooper is now part of the team. We also have on defense, Chase Young is back to being a Washington Commander. And that's pretty much it. I think Payne is one of the new guys, and Lulu's another new guy, unless he's been on the team and I've just been mistaken. But other than that, like, the team has slightly been better. Like, we're in 80 overall, now we're in 83. So we're improving gradually, and hopefully that can get him a better part of the season. But let's look at the players that are going to be in this draft, if I'm not mistaken. So let's look at prospects. So we have Shadur. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a casual. You got Quinn Ewers, Carson Beck, Torrey Horton. I wonder if he's actually going to get drafted high in real life. But I am not seeing the person I usually see, which is probably Travis Hunter, which won't. He'll probably be in the other one. I don't know why that guy who created the draft did that. Like, I haven't seen Ashton Genty, none of them. So I guess we're going to see them here. We're going to have a lot of different QBs that are going to be involved in this league. So we're just going to sim the NFL draft. And I'm not even going to sim the week. Oh, I guess it is going to sim the week. I would like to see draft recap, but I guess it's not going to let me. So that's noise. I guess we're just going to see throughout the roster to see who is a rookie that we have drafted. Hopefully they've provided a lot more depth to the team since we didn't have a tight end or another receiver. And then on defense, I think it was actually not that bad. It was pretty solid. Let's see. Draft recap. Great. So I actually can see the right recap. So let's look at that. We picked Torrey Horton. Yes, we needed a receiver. 80 overall. That's not bad. I don't know who that is. 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 But I know we got 4 competent players that we can use on this team, which is great. We do need tight end stuff. But I'm going to just sim to the, not 10 years. Oh, we almost send me up. Send it next week. We're going to sim to the regular season. I'm not going to do no preseason stuff. I'm not going to upgrade nothing. I'm just going to let it sim, go out, and do what it got to do. Oh, it's a sim. That's all I'm going to say. It's a sim. Unless we make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to be that guy that helps. So right now, we're on the regular season, about time. We're going to look at the roster one more time before it goes. And as we can see, we have a backup QB. What are they doing here? They're going to set us up. But I feel like we have a good, more weapons. Still don't have a tight end. I don't know how that's going to be fixed. I'm not messing with the team. I'm not going to help the team. Got a little bit more defensive help. And I feel like this can be a team that maybe can make us to the divisional round. I don't think we're going to go anywhere too crazy. We're going to shoot the draft class one more time. We're going to import from the download center. We're going to probably put in the 2026 draft. And that's pretty much it. That's all the drafts I'm doing. That's all the classes I'm doing. I'm not messing with nothing else. That's it. Anything else can be computer generated. So we're going to see some weird names and hopefully some funny faces. That's all I'm going to say. But in reality, this is the Travis Hunter draft. Klubnik. I don't know why these names get disappeared, but it is what it is. I don't see Ashton Genty nowhere in this game as well. I guess that's like an NIL thing or something. I don't know. But we're going to do the season goal. I'm hoping this team can make the playoffs once again. I don't know if we're going to win the division. to be frank, because, you know, we're in the same division as the Eagles. So we're going to end up simming to the midseason. We're going to look to see whose career is panning out a little bit better. And let's see if RG3 has improved his stats from the previous season. So as of right now, we have the same record that we had last season, 5-2. But let's look at the midseason stats to see how we are doing. RG3 is not doing well passing wise. I mean, kind of. We did put the Rick in, which is kind of weird in my opinion, but I think he must have been hurt or something. But RG3 has about 1,200 yards, better TD to interception ratio, better completion percentage from last year. I would say rushing wise as well, 150 yards. So he doesn't have the same stats that he had last year, but he's throwing at a better rate, as I can say. He must have been hurt. Has a better QBR. Improvement, I would also say. And I don't know why I keep leaving this freaking stats thing. I'm trying to be like super smart sounding or whatever, but I'm really not. Jayden Daniels, I gotta stop saying that. Jayden Daniels, about 1,500 yards, you know, very, very rough for him. I'm not gonna lie. 7 TDs, 11 interceptions. He's not doing well in New York. He probably won't even stay in New York. He probably, as soon as he can get gone, he's gone. And speaking of the contracts and whatnot, I did do RG3's rookie contract where he had 21 mil in total, 13 mil signing bonus, and I just split the rest for yearly salary. So I think he has like a 3.6 mil cap hit on the game. But anything like that, I'm gonna probably take care of his contract anytime soon. So like we'll just do a realistic extension to when the season goes, because I think he has the 5th year and I won't be able to keep him. So we're gonna have to pay him. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna send him to playoffs and see if we make it. So we proceeded to have the same record as last season, but we're playing the Panthers, who also have the same record as us, like the previous team we played last season. And honestly, let's see the stats. Let's see how the year went. Let's see if we improved. So he did and didn't improve, kind of. We keep playing Bullocks, so that took away 1,000 of his yards, which I'm not understanding why we're playing him. But he threw for 2,600 yards, not the same as he threw for last year, but had a better TD to interception ratio compared to Bullocks, who had a 7-6 ratio. So I don't know why we're playing him. RG3, he just had a down year. I would say sophomore slump, but he kind of improved at the same time. I don't understand what's the logic here. I guess let's go to manage roster. Like, he's throwing more TDs. He's not throwing for as many yards, but all seriousness, like, the team should be set. And as of right now, it's not. So hopefully we make it to the next round so we can see his progression. But as of right now, we're about to find out. And we proceed to lose again by 3 points. I don't understand what's the logic here. I don't know what the team's doing. I don't know what we're doing. And we're going to sim to the offseason and see the recap of the year and just find out if we can actually do better. So with the 2025 recap, the Chiefs, of course, won the Super Bowl against the Panthers, who precededly beat us in the wild card. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP again. Jeez Louise. Torrey Horton wins Rookie of the Year. So we have a stud in the making. And that's pretty much really it. I mean, you can see the rest. It's pretty basic. It's just a bunch of Chiefs players and, you know, Myles Garrett, of course. But in all seriousness, though, we gotta improve, man. We gotta be ready. So I'm gonna just end up sending to the draft, and we're gonna find out if we made improvements to the roster or if we did not. So we're gonna go and look at the roster. I want to see if we made any improvements through free agency. Torrey Horton's still here. Mark Cooper's gone. Still, like, we have Wendell Robinson, or the guy from the Giants. We have no depth whatsoever. I'm not understanding why we don't, but Payne's moves to D-tackle too. Chase Young's here. That guy's here. That's a new corner, I think. I see a bunch of different people, I would say, but I don't think we made a significant improvement to the roster. The defense actually got considerably worse. I would say the offense got better because of Torrey Horton, but that would literally be it. The O-line's okay. That guy's been there, I think. So let's hopefully throughout the draft we actually make some moves. We're just gonna simulate draft and look at the draft recap to see if we did anything. Like I said, I'm not here to mess with the team. Like, okay, this is all strictly a sim base. We're gonna see if RG3 can take the Commanders to the promised land and win them a Super Bowl. Okay, so it's kind of crazy to see that he hasn't really had the years that we usually see him have, like in real life. I think he probably thrown for the same amount of TDs, but, you know, had more rushing yards and so on and so forth. But he also was hurt a lot throughout his career. So we're gonna look at the draft recap. I thought we had no picks. I was so nervous. So we ended up getting a right end. Defensive improvements, which we need heavily. A running back would be nice as well. actually a lot of competent players that we have on this team that can actually make a difference. You know, we have a lot more depth. I still don't know why we keep drafting QBs. Hey, that's just me though. I might just be tweaking, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna advance the next week and see, and just see what happens and get to the regular season. So we're back at the regular season. I'm gonna set the season goals to making the playoffs. That's usually the goal every year. We got to make the playoffs. We have a good enough team to do so. I'd like to think so, but as you can see, our overalls kind of dropped the overall. Like, we were 83, now we're 82. Draft class, we're gonna keep auto-generated rookies. I'm not even gonna mess with it. It's gonna put me on this, but I don't really care. All this on normal. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not doing nothing. So we're gonna get right into the midseason and see if we improved or regressed. So we're now at the midseason, and we're 6-1. We improved from last year, but we're also playing our division rival, the Eagles, who are also 6-1. So this will be a very tight-knit game, in my opinion. I feel like that's going to be insane to play. But I genuinely just want to see what the stats are that we have at the midseason. Like, that's insane to think about. So RG3 is throwing about 1,500 yards, 12 TDs, and 3 interceptions. He's played all games. So he's having an up year. This is great. This is what we're talking about. This is what we've been waiting for to see. Rushing wise, the rookie Jefferson has 336. You know, good little 1-2 duo. And RG3 doesn't really throw the ball that much, but he has 2 rushing TDs, which is great. So we're gradually increasing and getting better. Jeez Louise, had a stutter moment. But we're gonna look at the roster and see what's upgraded, who's gotten better, what's the overalls. So right now, I think he's an 85 overall. The rookie's an 80, or it's an 88, up to, like, you know, the morale. Like, I just said like 85 for RG3 because that's the morale thing. And we're gonna have a bunch of QBs, which is kind of insane. That's all I'm gonna say. It's kind of nuts. The defense is looking a little bit better. Just, you know, we're getting right into it. We're gonna see if we can make the playoffs once more, which I said I think we will. But the real issue is, can we get past the wild card? So we're at the wild card. We're 10-7 once again, and we're playing against the Packers, who are 10-7. We did not win the division, so I guess we're in a tight-knit, crazy division. It's crazy to think about, but in all seriousness, we can beat the Packers, man. We can win. It's my team. I honestly don't want to beat them, but we're gonna have to. I want to see RG3 shine, in all seriousness. So we're gonna look at the final season stats. Robert Griffin III had 3,210 yards. With the 67 completion percentage, and threw for 25 TDs with 9 interceptions. He also had 526 rushing yards with 5 rushing TDs. Honestly, an improvement. It's an improvement, and it's improvement. It's an improvement. But we're also, I have not looked since last season, or the season prior. We haven't looked at Jayden Daniels. He had 3,800 yards. With 25 TDs and 24 interceptions. He's on that J-Mo type of time, 30 for 30, you know what I'm saying? But like I said before, he's literally, and he's rushing for the most yards on the team. So he's doing it all. He's doing it all by himself. He has 8 rushing TDs. Like, he's doing it all by himself, trying to get the Giants up to something. And actually, if I wasn't mistaken, I think they're in the playoffs. Oh, no, they're not. Wow, they are as well. They're 9-8. So they kind of snuck themselves into the playoffs. Jayden Daniels is doing his thing. RG3, come on now. Need you to pick it up. But let's look at the lineup once more and see if anybody developed, any hidden dev of some sort. Yeah, we actually have 2. We have to where Terry McLaurin's regressing, but we have Torrey Horton, who's not, and then we have our superstar running back. And let's get right into simming the wild card and see if we can make it to the divisional. So we proceed to get our butts absolutely kicked. 42-17. Got absolutely cooked. That's actually insane. That's not even good at all. That's bad. Like, that's really bad. But in all seriousness, we gotta go back to the drawing board, go to the draft. Let's see if we get in free agency and see if we improve on the draft. This will be season number 4, so we got one more after this. We got one more season, and let's hope that the Commanders can make the push to the playoffs. I mean, to the Super Bowl. So with the season recap, we're gonna see who won the Super Bowl. The Eagles proceed to destroy the Dolphins, which in reality they would not. Eagles, yes. Dolphins, they won't make the Super Bowl anytime soon. Jalen Hurts wins MVP. You know, random guys. We have a, blocked out name as the defensive rookie of the year, which I think is hilarious. I don't know why it's been doing that, but it just has. But in reality, I feel like we need to get it together, and we're gonna send to the draft to see if we can, like I said before, just make the roster better. So we're gonna look at the roster. We need to see the, the 4th year roster. See if we made any slight type of improvements. Not really whatsoever. He regressed, which kind of sucks. No new tight ends, no new linemen, and just Forbes is now a superstar, but we have not made no improvements at all. I don't understand what we're doing. I don't know how we're doing it, but this is bad. Like, I'm kind of disappointed. Let's just hope to see if the draft will give us more depth, to give us some different types of players that we need to use for the team. Hopefully we don't draft another freaking quarterback. I just wanted to repeat that because for some reason the past 3 seasons we've drafted a QB, which doesn't make no sense since RG3 is clearly the star of the team. Don't understand. But we're gonna go to draft recap. We're gonna see the roster. We're gonna draft recap, see who we drafted. Got some lineman help. Got it, a tight end about freaking time. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 competent rookies that actually can start, maybe even play off the rip. That's the same thing as starting. I'm just repeating myself for some oddly reason. We're gonna sim to the next week, and I'll see you on the first week of the regular season. So we're gonna set the season goal. We're on the first week of the regular season. We're gonna set it. Playoffs again, man. I mean, we're making it every year. We're just not getting over the first round, man. It's actually kind of insane. Keep auto-generated rookies, like we said before. Get that off. I just see a bunch of QBs as the top prospects. I don't even mess with the storylines. I don't care enough to. The roster honestly has been the same for the past like 2 seasons, and hopefully we can actually do something and make it past the wild card. So we're at the mid-season. We're 3-4, so we've clearly regressed in our 4th season. It's not looking good. In all seriousness, it's not looking good. So we're going to stats. We're gonna look at this again. Another 1,200 yards, 9-7 TD ratio. We even had our backup come in for a little bit, which is not really good. Rushing wise, RG3 rushed a little bit more, but in all seriousness, it's not looking too good. We're gonna sim to the playoffs, and hopefully we make it in. Speaking of that, let's look at the holy crap. The NFC East absolutely sucks, so we can possibly still win the division. So let's see if we make the playoffs. So we proceed to miss the playoffs with a 9-8 record. Our overall improved over the year, I will say that, but at the same time, can we keep that? Let's look at the stats that we have, to see if RG3 improved. He did not whatsoever. All seriousness, we're not improving. He's not improving for some odd reason, and it's pissing me off. I'm not even gonna cap. It's generally pissing me off. RG3 is too good of a player to be not even throwing 3,000 yards. I'm just being afraid. He's too high of an overall to be doing the same thing. In all seriousness, we're probably gonna just sim to the season recap like we've been before, and we're gonna make sure that the 5th and final season is great. I'm gonna actually work in this offseason and make some trades to make the team better, because I want to have a team that can possibly make the Super Bowl instead of having the same overall team we had. I'm coming in. I'm stepping in as GM because it's starting to piss me off how freaking RG3 isn't doing as good as he should be. So the 2027 recap, the 4th year recap, Jordan Love wins MVP. The 49ers finally get over the hump and win the 8th ring. In all seriousness, the rest of this absolutely sucks. So I don't care enough to look. I just want to have my team be up there. That's not even my team, but I just want to see RG3 win something. I got 122 million. Oh my gosh, it's so much. We have a bunch in cap. We're going for all. We're going for all of it. So we're gonna look at the team. So this dude needs. He don't really need a tight end, but it'd be nice to improve the whole line. The defense needs help. So simply as that, we're getting defensive help. We need a safety. We need a D tackle. We need a strong safety. Yeah, we're getting safety help, D tags. We're just getting as many good players as we possibly can. In all seriousness, the majority of them will get cut. So D tackle right here. Sweat, come on to the team. Come on, go. You should want to come to the team. We're looking left end. Who's the left end right on our team? Okay, yeah, you're coming to the team as well. We're making massive improvements this year. All seriousness. I guess who else is a corner? Yeah. No, you're actually slow. I wouldn't want to take you. All seriousness, I wouldn't touch you with a 50-foot pole. Sorry. If I'm looking closely, Not really a good weapon. I mean, didn't we have this guy, Jayden Daniels? Yeah, you're coming back. I don't care for how long. You can come back. At this point, we're going to waste all 122 mil. We're going to make improvements to this team. I'm telling you. I don't care enough. We're going to make trades. We're going to do it all. We're going to use all our picks. I'm talking about we're going full Rams mode right now. We need another corner. Cool beans. Come to the team. Welcome to the Washington Commanders. We need strong safety. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna send you an offer. I might overpay a little bit, player friendly. Come to the Commanders. I don't care. You won Super Bowl MVP. I saw that. Don't think I didn't see that. We're gonna eval offers because we're gonna do a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. My signings though, and all top 100. We got 3 targeted. We got 1 that's still contemplating. I don't like you, my guy. I don't like how you just did that. So you'll get a better player offer. Welcome to the Commanders, by the way. Come to the Commanders. Don't do us dirty. Don't do it dirty. So we're gonna look at tight ends though as well. They absolutely suck. We need D-tags. I'm gonna sign a McKinley Jackson, just a short-term deal, I guess. I don't know. Right end or left outside linebacker. Nope, trash. Pretty mid. Corners had one already. Free safety. Get this guy off. Get this guy on our team as quick as possible. 3-year contract. Let's get some longevity here. Strong safety. We need one. I guess we'll just pick up this one. It's not really all that good, but we'll pick you up, I guess. Do we need a kicker? We do need a kicker. We do need a kicker. Bad. Oh my gosh. Why do we not have a kicker? Punter. Do we need a punter? I have to reevaluate. Oh, it's great. Cool beans. Not bad. Awesome sauce. We need a punter too. Oh my gosh, this game has not done nothing. This sim is awful. But we're gonna look at getting the best players on the board. Like whoever stays, we're gonna try to get you right guard. Yes, come to the team. All seriousness. Come to the team. You're 84. Yep, I don't care. Let's spend the money. Left tackle. Nah, you're not worth it like that. Okay. We're gonna look. We don't need no running back. We don't need none of that. Receiver. I was thinking about it for a second, but I'm like, no. All seriously, that's really all we need. I don't think we need anything else. We're gonna eval one more time. And eval. Bunch of players added to the team. I feel like we have big defensive upgrades. I'm talking about I just went all in as much as I could. Okay. Adjust lineup, have 30 million cap. We're gonna try to trade for some crazy players at this moment. So improve the defense heavily. But in all seriousness, I want to get RG3, a goated freaking receiver. Alright, in all seriousness, I think if anything, we also need to get a strong safety. So I'm gonna get a goated strong safety, we're gonna go to receiver, we're gonna use picks. All I'm gonna say is we're gonna use picks. So we're gonna go to trade center, we're gonna get this on the show on the road. Trade finder. Let's look. I don't care. We need a receiver. Trash. None too crazy. Give me like a good solid 80. Travis. See if we can trade for Travis. See what they want from him. They want the whole goddamn team. Hell no. You keep him. I don't need him like that. Give me somebody else. Pretty mid. 2-2 outlook. Pretty mid. I like you. What they want for you? Okay, I respect it. It's okay. Get Lad McConkey. What they want for you? 2nd, 6th. I can do that. I'm cool with that. Bet that offer. I'm cool with that. I don't care. Now we need safety help, which they obviously don't have. Well, that's an old safety. Let's get this guy right here. Put in Payne. Wow, that's insane, but okay, we'll take it. That's literally, I got fleeced. I understand that, but at the same time, I don't care. We're trying to win. Just improve the team. Like we're not doing the best. You know, I've literally been transforming the team in literally two super quick. That's all I'm saying. Just super quick. Up to an 86 overall. Like we're gonna have to win this division. Like in all seriousness, we have to win this division. This is the final year. We also still have the draft. I didn't even think about the draft. I'm actually I like to send the draft. I suck with drafting. So I'm just going to be happy we're going to get more depth. So we're gonna sim the draft. I mean, actually, we don't have any picks, so would it really matter? I maybe haven't even said the draft. We're probably gonna go to regular season, so I'll see you in the regular season. So I just checked the draft recap just for fun. We actually had a first. We had a lot of picks. We have 3 competent players that we can use. We drafted receivers. I traded for one, so that kind of sucks. But in all seriousness, we got a little bit of depth. So I'm just gonna, like I said before, send over to the regular season. I'll see you there. So we're on week 1 of the regular season. As you can tell, we improved the team dramatically, I would say, or drastically. That's the correct saying. We're 86 overall. We're gonna choose, keep out of the rookies. This doesn't matter. This is the final season. This is it. This is the end all be all. We gotta win. Simple as that. We have to win. So, I'm gonna sim to the midseason, and I'm gonna hope that we actually put up a fight to win us a Super Bowl. We have a high overall. We're younger. We're faster. We're stronger, and we're better. Simply just better. And if we're doing bad, I'm gonna be actually pissed off. I'm not even kidding. So let's see. Let's actually see if we play better. Well, then we go 3-4. Are we freaking serious, dude? What's up? What's up? I traded pretty much our whole future away. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are we doing here? What is the logic behind all this? How are we playing so freaking bad? All right, we're gonna sim over to the playoffs. We don't make the playoffs. That's it. I don't know what to say. We just failed the rebuild. Not even a rebuild. The Commanders failed RG3 again. Simple as that. They failed them again. If we do not make the freaking playoffs, I had to come in and step in as GM, as emergency GM in the final season. They gave him a decent roster, improved the defense dramatically. That's the correct saying. I'm proud of myself. Just to not even make the playoffs, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm not kidding. I'll be generally disappointed. I think we missed the playoffs twice. Had an 8-9 record. Didn't even make it. Didn't even make it. And the craziest thing, they won the freaking division. Oh my goodness, bro. Are we serious? They won the division. How? How do we play so bad? He threw. This is the most yards he threw for. But his TD ratio absolutely sucks. It's the most yards he's rushed for. But like I said, his TD ratio absolutely sucks. So it looks like the Commanders failed RG3 again. Simple as that. We're gonna go through every year stats and just see if he improved. Like, what was the issue? I just don't know, man. I'm honestly just a little bit disappointed. He ended the season he ended the rebuild as an 89 overall, starting from 79 overall. So he went up 10 overalls. He's supposed to be better, but he never did. Speaking of that, he was on his final year of his contract. Yeah, final year of his contract. I guess they re-signed him, and I didn't even realize that. All seriousness. Season stats. Oh, not season stats. It's career stats. So, starting from 2024, he threw for 3,000 yards, 25 TDs, 16 interceptions. Then had regressed in 2025, but had his best QBR of the year with 109, but threw for 2,600 yards, 21 TDs, 6 interceptions. I would say he improved a little bit on 2026. Not the best QBR, but threw for more yards, 3,200 yards, 25 TDs, and 9 interceptions. Regressed once more, having his worst season of his career at that point with 2,300 yards, 17 TDs, and 10 interceptions. But he had his best yards thrown season with 3,600 yards, but with a terrible TD ratio with 20 TDs and 15 interceptions. He also took the most sacks that year, which is absolutely insane to think about. But rushing wise, he pretty much is at the similar pace every single year, with 500, pretty much averaging around 500 yards rushing. So yeah, honestly, very disappointing to see that the Commanders failed them once more, and that they had to hire me to come and step in for the final season, and we still couldn't get over the hump. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave down in the comments below who would you like to see me plug into the current NFL day. I'm thinking the next video might be Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota, me even put J-Mo back on the Bucks, or just restart and put like the Madden rating from his rookie year into the game and hope to see if he didn't you know, has a better resurgence of his career instead of where he's at now when he's stuck at the Browns. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and peace.